speak about some controversy that happened in the past without really racking up controversy here. You remember in 2005 when India was just talking diplomacy without really meaning it now here. India was negotiating nuclear deal with India, and there was hangama in the parliament, and our ambassador in India at that time was Ambassador Ronald Sen, and he commended what happened in the parliament, that the parliamentarians in Indian parliament like headless chicken. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And he had to unconditionally apologize to the committee. Of course, that was accepted now. I'm referring here to headless chicken. That's a very common parlance that we use when we talk about a person who is really, mindless and just doing something without thinking. That's what it is. And we continue to use this phrase very fondly and without really thinking much. I don't know who is the headless chicken. But headless chicken, when they become hen, and I watch some funny videos and useless videos or those YouTubes regarding the hen defending the kids, the chicks, relentlessly at the cost of their life. And we call them headless chicken. But when they become hen, mother, I don't know if you still call them a headless chicken or a selfless hen or unconditionally loving hen. You heard stories about a house burns down in the yard where the chicken coop is there, or the chicken ran off, but the mother hen remained because she thought that if she ran out, her chicks would be left behind and they would be burned. So what she did was continue to remain there. When everything was over, the firefighters, the fire brigade came and the fire people came, and they saw some black thing at the corner. So they went and just touched what is it. It was that mother hen that had died in the heat. But because she died, under her wing were small chicks that ran off, that survived. We are talking of headless chicken. If you see all other animals, including human beings, the other day I was watching one, I'm sorry, a deer. The baby was crossing the lake and the crocodile was coming after it. I think you would have seen in the YouTube, The mother deer came running in between the crocodile and the baby. And lo and behold, of course, sure enough, the crocodile caught the mother deer. And the baby deer escaped and he or she survived. I don't know what entered into the mind of these animals, but that's how mothers are created. We belong to animal kingdom. And if the animals did that, we just look at how human mothers do. So I think the human mothers, we have seen and heard of more daring acts of courage. And I don't have to go through that. You experience it on a daily basis. If you go to the scripture in the Bible, because I'm a Christian, I'll start with that. The scripture compares the love of God with the love of mother for her child. That's how it is. Can a woman forget her second child? That's how the Bible goes. If you go to the other religion of Quran, it talks about mother's love. Coming back to closer home, we talk about Hinduism. How many goddesses are dedicated to mothers? How many female goddesses are there? Can you name them? Saraswati is to start with. That's me, White Rani. Durga Ma, Kali, Makalika, Shakti. Innumerable. Yeah, so there are a number of goddesses which are female, goddesses are female, mother. You talk of the Indian tradition, you talk of the Mother Earth. It supports and provides for humanity. And that's how the mothers are. Mothers are not acquired. Mothers are created as they are, as you are. It is not an aspiration, it is not an effort that makes you a mother. Let me say this. Motherhood is a reality where you do not ascend to, but you descend from. I don't know. How do I explain this? Motherhood is not defined by the role you play, but defines the role you play. Because you play some role, because you are unconditionally loving, because you make sacrifices, because you are selfless, because you are giving, you don't become a mother. You are a mother, and so because of that, you are unconditionally loving, you are selfless, you are giving, you make sacrifices, and all the qualities that a mother is. Motherhood, that's why it's a reality where you do not ascend to, but it's a reality where you descend from. It is put as a high pedestal that it cannot be more foundational and more firm and more real than the motherhood, where you can only come down as a mother from, not go up, because there is nothing up above this reality of motherhood. I don't know if we're talking the same language, we're just on the same page. I am not a philosophy teacher like Professor Bala, he is gone. It's not my intention to replace his lectures, but I think, when I think about how mothers are, if we realize this reality, it will be good for man as well as for yourself as a mother. That's the place that you are, that nothing is above you, that only you can come down, you can flow, like the honeycomb that oozes itself. The honeycomb is not honeycomb because it is sweet. It is sweet because it is honeycomb, because the duty of honeycomb or its essence is sweetness. Nothing makes, or any other sweetness makes honeycomb. But honeycomb flows sweetness from itself, and it oozes without any effort, without anyone provoking or making effort to let it ooze. The eloquence of motherhood flows from her being like a honeycomb that oozes honey. Mother's love, like water also, flows to the lowest point. I don't know. The gravitational law of gravitation mandates, or it commands or demands that water flows down. And the lowest point is where, even if your child is, I have been to Master Seat recently. I have been to some missionary of tour where the children are in a very difficult condition. A father will live easily, get tired. Mother don't. Mother don't. When children do not come back home, and not because of something happening, because they are delinquent or they are defiant, the father will bite his teeth and clench his fist. But mother spent a sleepless night waiting the below. That's his difference. That's what the mothers are. All mothers are supposed to be what you are. But there are some aberrations, In all laws, we have some exceptions. But I'm not talking of those aberrations. But let me say this. It takes an idiot to be a mother. Any woman can give birth to a child. And it takes an idiot, a real idiot, to be a mother. But it takes a mother, it takes a woman to be a mom. That's the difference. And that's what you are now here. You are a woman who is called mom by your children. Happy Mother's Day. Coming back to the Teacher's Day, I think we have a separate day for celebration of Teacher's Day. But today, again, we have Jamaicans celebrate today as a Teacher's Day. And amongst us, we want to honor 3 of our teachers who have been consistently supporting in all our activities, not just in our activities, but also have been devoting their time promoting Indian culture, Indian tradition, Indian way of life to our own people and also to others. Rana Singh especially, I think, let me say about her. Samita and Mohita and Adia is under her, trained by her and work together. One day I wanted to act smart and try to bypass her and went directly to these girls and say, hey, you 3 girls, you come and do some program for us. And what they said touched me, because they said, we will tell Andi Prana, let's go through her. That's what they said. So I thought about it. And they said it not because they are scared of her. They say this because they respect her. And that's something in the world we always say that there are so many things that money cannot buy. Money can buy so many things, but there are something money cannot buy. And this is one of them. So thank you so much. Our Madam Gova, maybe she's, I don't know. Yeah, is there? Huh? Oh yes. Yeah, thank you. I think you've been supporting us. When we came, you were away, but as soon as you came back, you come to a space where you have been always there. And we don't have to really urge you or tell you to do something for us. You came forward and say, is there anything that I can do? And that's a wonderful thing that we appreciate. I also would like to mention in absentia of the teacher in India, your mothers are here again. You're, consistently again with all your smiles and your energy and training your children, and a teacher sitting back in India, despite the difference of timing, but so dedicated. I think that's how we Indians promote our own culture, irrespective of wherever we are. And when it comes to promoting our culture, when it comes to helping others, I think we are always there, we come forward. Again, let me just say a little bit about what Professor Pala said, and I would like to repeat, or at the risk of repeating, let me say this again, that you don't have to necessarily have more, but being more is Indian culture and tradition. Being more. Thank you so much. We'd like to honor 3 teachers.